everyone. Bob is back. And today I want to welcome you to my functional fitness test for seniors. No, this isn't the famous Fullerton functional fitness test from California State University. This is my version of a fitness test that you can try on yourself every once in a while to see what the state of your health is in. I'm going to, just like Fullerton, check different components of your health, such as your strength, your grip, your low back, your flexibility, your agility, your aerobics, your balance, your memory, your diet, your sleep, your hydration. And I'm going to do it in a way that is non-threatening, safe. You don't need hardly any equipment to do this. You can do it probably anywhere, anytime. And so I want you to participate with me today in the 11 exercises to check the state of your health. Find yourself a sturdy chair, average height, one that doesn't move when you sit or stand. And sit in the chair, on the edge of the chair, freeing up your legs, especially your hamstrings here underneath your quads. And sit up really, really tall. Check your posture when you're seated. So my feet are shoulder width apart. My feet are pointing straight ahead, maybe a little bit turned out. Got a good grip in the floor with the pads on the bottom of my feet. There's 3 of them. One there, below my big toe, one below my little toe and the heel. Make sure my knees are above my ankles. My hips are forward a little bit. My head is in neutral. Maybe my head is pushed back into my neck a little bit. And my arms are at my side and they're relaxed. And my job is to sit up nice and tall and then stand up nice and tall with the same best posture I can manage. And then I sit back down. Always maintaining that great posture. That's counted as 1. Your objective, to keep your lower body, especially where the big muscles are that help you with mobility, is to try to get up to 10. 1, check your posture. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. Notice I'm leaning forward a little bit, but I'm keeping my back pretty straight from my lumbar spine to the neck area. Make sure the chair is where you want it to be. You can use your hands and sit down a little slower. Check your posture. You can push off if you want. Be mindful of the whole sit to stand movement. Right from the posture to what's happening with those lower body parts to keep you strong. Yes, it's all about strength in the lower part of your body. But yeah, you're using your upper body too. Some people like to use their arms a little bit, like that. Some people like to swing them so you get up a little higher. Slowly bring yourself back down. Always make sure you know where the chair is. All you have to do is get yourself to 10. Is it a race? No. Should you be breathing? Deep breathing, I mean? Not necessarily, but you could. Take a deep breath on the way down. Exhale on the way up. Practice the breathing in through the nose, blowing out through the mouth. So you exhale on the way up and you breathe in on the way down. 10, right? To test our upper body strength, we're mainly going to work the arms, which of course work our grip strength in our hands and our shoulder strength. We've got biceps and triceps, lots of forearm muscles and tendons. And I've decided I'm going to use 2 water bottles, which are 1 pound weights. You need something that you can consider a weight beyond your body weight, but not too heavy. So light weights, 1 pound water bottles. And I'm going to just stand in my best posture possible, holding the weights at my side. And then I'm going to curl up. This is called a hammer curl. And when I get here, I'm going to bring the weights toward my torso. And then I'm going to push them straight up along the sides of my head until my arms are straight and close to my head overhead. And then come back down to where I was here, my pecs or my torso, and then down back along the side of my body. I'm not in a hurry. I'm trying to maintain my best posture possible. I'm trying to breathe out on the exertion, so I might take a deep breath in here. And as I blow out, I bring them to my pecs and straight up along the side of my head till my arms are straight overhead. Maybe rest there for a second or two and then come back down. Here, here. So I go. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale through my nose. Exhale through my mouth. Take my time, stand up tall. Think about the form. Think about exactly what I said you should do with your arms holding on to those 1 pound water bottles. How many are you going to do? 10. How long does it take for you to do 10? That's up to you. Okay? You got it? Are you having fun? Is it way too easy? Then just use a 2 pound weight in each hand. Do you have a problem with one of your shoulders? Just do one side. Maybe you can do the other side, but you can only go to there. All is good. Okay? But eventually, push it a little bit until you can get both arms straight up beside your head, way up there, and back down. Got it? Just 10. You're working the shoulder joint. There's lots of muscles and goodies in the shoulder joint. And you're working the arms and the hand, the grip. Good for you. It's time to check out the strength of our upper back and our lower back. As most of you know by now, our back is connected to our legs through our hips. So if we don't keep our legs strong, we could have hip and back problems. If we don't keep our back strong, we could have hip and leg problems. So the first way to check to see how strong your upper back is a row. It's a seated row, so you're sitting on the chair, feet in the right position, just below your knees, legs shoulder width apart, hips forward, and the rest of the posture stuff in place. And you're going to take your arms, stretch them out straight so they're parallel to the floor, fingers wide, and you're going to hinge at the hips, not fold at the hips, but hinge at the hips and reach way out as far as you can go. Keep going. Hold it there for about 3 seconds and then slowly come back, sit up straight, and take your elbows and push them way behind you. Palms down. Hold it there for 3. Shoulder blades are together. And then repeat. Way out. Keep your back straight. Your head's in neutral. Your head and your neck are part of the spinal cord, so they play a major role in exercise. Way back. And when you push your elbows way back and your shoulder blades come together, you're working your upper back, your lats and your traps and your rhomboid especially. Let's just try one more time. And you know, how many times would I do this in a workout? Well, maybe I would do it about 5 to 10 times. And I would do it very slowly so I can be mindful of what's happening to my body and how it feels in the moment. Okay? That's for your upper back. Your lower back, lumbar area, there's lots of great exercises to keep that strong. But if you just want to check, you haven't got time to get down on the floor, just sit on the edge of the chair and straighten both legs out so they're not locked at the joint here at the knee, but it's quite stiff and your foot is flexed and your toes pointing up. Place your heel on the floor and the other one is the same, apart a little bit. Sit up nice and tall. And then you're going to take those straight arms with the fingers spread and you're going to hinge at the hips again. Don't fall off your chair. And reach for the toes. Keep your head in neutral. You're not rounding your back. You're keeping it straight. And reach way over top of your toes with those fingertips. So if you were doing the Fullerton low back test, they would measure from the toes to the ends of the big middle finger here how far out you can reach. And that would determine the strength of your low back. Let's just do it one more time. If I was going to include this move in my workout, I might do it 3 times, maybe 5 times, and some other exercises for my low back too, which are in all my videos pretty much. Let's just try it one more time. Reach way out, don't fall off the chair. So from your neck down to your tailbone, your back's pretty straight. You're just hinging at the hips, reaching over top of your toes. Keep that back strong. To check out our heart health, we need to do some kind of movement that's just making the heart beat a little bit faster than it normally does. It can be walking down the street and then pick up the pace a little bit for about 20 seconds or 20 steps. It could be swimming in a pool, having a great time, and then just pick up the pace, move the arms and the legs a little faster for about 20 seconds, and then go back to where you were. It could be maybe climbing stairs. That might raise your heart rate as opposed to walking on a flat surface. You only need to keep your heart into that target zone for about 20 seconds and then let it come back down to its normal resting heart rate for approximately 2 minutes and then bring it back up again for 20 seconds, rest for 2 minutes, and then a third time. And that should do the trick for maybe 3 times a week. Your heart should be good to go. You might also want to check with your healthcare provider, maybe your doctor, and see if it's okay, because I don't know what the state of your heart is at the moment. But when you do the Fullerton test for your heart, they have you stand next to a chair, and they mark the chair, the side of the chair, so that you can, when you're walking or marching, on the spot, you can get your knee up that high. You don't need a chair, you just need to get the knee up and march on the spot. How long? Well, they like to try you out for 2 minutes and they count how many times you can get those legs up. And then that's how they come up with your score. But for our purpose here, as long as you know that you have to get your heart rate higher than it normally is when you're resting, and keep it there for approximately 2 minutes, and then bring it back, approximately 20 seconds, and then bring it back down. Keep it down there for 2 minutes, and then up again, and do that 3 times a week. But if you want to try the test with me today, we're just marching on the spot, lifting our knees nice and high for approximately 2 minutes. Now, you could hold on to something if your balance is off, or you could move your arms, which are balance tools that you have attached to your body. They do lots of other things, those arms, but they also help you with your balance. And then you march away here with the knees nice and high for 2 minutes. You got that? I know you have. Flexibility refers to your joints' ability to move through a full range of motion that it was meant to move through without any restrictions. So here I'm showing you the back scratch. Both arms and put them behind your body, one from the bottom and one from the top, and try to join your fingers together or even overlap them. The closer you can get them, the better your range of motion or your flexibility is in your upper body shoulder joint. The balance test is quite easy. You simply have to stand on one foot without touching anything. For example, no chair help, no wall help, no bar help, just no sticks, just you and one leg off the ground. So I'm going to try it. I've got 2 legs, so I've got to check my balance on both sides. So I'll just shift my weight over here to this side and lift this off the floor. See, it's off the floor. It doesn't have to be way up high or way out. It just has to be off the floor. And you have to count to 30. And if you can do it up to 30 seconds without touching and without putting it down, then your balance is in good shape. As soon as you put your toe down, or as soon as you touch something, you got to start over again. It'll probably be the same. So if you're going to do this, let's shift sides here. I'm going to lift this foot up and let go. 1 steamboat, 2 steamboats, 3 steamboats, 4 steamboats. If I have to put my foot down at 5 steamboats, then that's my score for that day. I could keep trying, but it would probably vary a little bit, but still be around 5. Then I got to do all the balance exercises to increase the strength of my whole body when I shift my weight. I'll be able to walk better, get down low and get back up better, probably won't fall. So it's really important that you do those balance exercises to improve your balance. And the one leg is a whole routine, but there are other exercises out there too. So you can check my other videos or look on the internet and just look up balance exercises and you'll find them. Good luck. It's time to check your memory. I'm going to do that today with a memory hanger, or you can call them memory hooks strategy. So first of all, I'm just going to say something. I'm going to pretend that I see it, and I'm going to use my arm to point at it so that I'm doing the auditory, the visual, and the kinesthetic approach to trying to remember something, which is always a good idea. Use all 3 of those. So anyway, all I want you to do is to repeat after me and try to remember what we do. And I'll just go up to 7 because there's 20 of these, and you can watch one of my other videos if you want to see all 20 memory hooks or memory hangers for your memory, but we'll just do 7. So your job is to do what I do and remember. 1 sun. Notice I'm saying a sun, 1 sun, and I'm looking up in the sky and I'm pretending I see the sun and I'm pointing at it. Let's try that together. 1 sun. 2 eyes. 1 sun. 2 eyes. 3 triangle. Triangle has 3 vertices. 1 sun. 2 eyes. 3 triangle. 4 square. A square has 4 sides and 4 vertices. And they're all equal. So 1 sun, 2 eyes, 3 triangle, 4 square, 5 fingers. Yep, got them on that hand too. 1 sun, 2 eyes, 3 triangle, 4 square, 5 fingers, 6 sticks, 6 drumsticks. I'm playing the drums with these sticks. So 1 sun, 2 eyes, 3 triangle, 4 square, 5 fingers, 6 sticks, 6 drumsticks, 7-Up. When I was young, I used to drink a lot of 7-Up, and it was in a bottle. So I'm holding onto the bottle, I take the top off, and I have a swing. Shouldn't have done that. Too much sugar in those days, right? You're right. So it's 1 sun, 2 eyes, 3 triangle, 4 square, 5 fingers, 6 sticks, 6 drumsticks, 7-Up. Got it? So what was the 1? Right, the sun. 2 eyes, 3 triangle, 4, you got it, square, 5 fingers, 6 drumsticks, and 7 up the pop. Good. So you could, if you wanted to, use that testing memory strategy just to practice your memory. If you do learn something, let's say I learned something now, if I practice it 10 minutes from now, and then 24 hours from when I learned it, and then 7 days, the 10, 24, 7, it'll go into my long-term memory, and I'll keep it there a lot longer than if it was stuck in my short-term memory. So I learned something new, practice it like the 1 sun up to 7-Up, and then I wait 10 minutes, and then I do it again. Doesn't take long. Then I wait a day, do it again, and then I wait a week, do it again, and then it's in my long-term memory. Some things I don't want in my long-term memory. I want it in my short-term memory, and I don't want to remember it anymore. So you have to decide, you want to remember whatever it is you're trying to remember for a long, long time, or just a short time. Good luck. It's time to check your agility. That is, how quickly does your whole body move in response to a stimulus? Let's suppose you're walking down the street and a branch from a tree starts to come off the tree heading your way. And you glance up and you see it, but it's coming. How quickly can you move out of the way so you're not hurt? That's just an example of agility. So for today's test, I'm going to use 3 juggling balls. I got these juggling balls at the dollar store, and you bet they were cheap, but they're perfect for practicing agility. And I've done this many, many times in my fitness classes at the Y, teaching people how to juggle. But basically, you could, if you can't juggle, you could use an orange or a juggling ball, something that if you drop it, it doesn't roll away on you, because this isn't about bending over and picking stuff up. This is about your body responding to this thing. So I'm going to just throw it up with one hand and catch it with the same hand. So I don't have to move my body too much to get it. But if I throw it over there, I might have to take a step and try to get it and pull it in. I don't want to drop it. Okay? So that's one way you could test yourself. You could throw it up and try to catch it. Doesn't matter how you catch it. Your body, your whole body is responding to this stimulus. Juggling ball. If you think, I can do that pretty much. Can you do it 10 times without dropping it though? If you can do it 10 times without dropping it, sure you might be able to do this, but don't need much agility to do that. But if you throw it up high and try to catch it without dropping it, you might have to move your body quickly to get it. It's a better test of your agility. Now you think, it's still too easy for me, so maybe I'll use 2. So I'll throw it up and catch it. Doesn't matter how you do it. Doesn't matter how high, it's just harder because you got 2 of them. and your agility is even more stressed here. Or you could try it with 3, right? But if you drop it, your agility isn't too great. So you could use the juggling as a way to strengthen your agility, or you can just test yourself. So it's how quickly can you move your whole body in response to a stimulus? The best way that I've found to check my quality of sleep is to keep a journal. And that means that I record what time I actually get into bed, shut the lights off, and try to close my eyes and go to sleep. Not lying in bed reading. No. And then I record the next day, how many times did I get up in the middle of the night to pee? And what time do I really get out of bed in the morning and think, good, I've had enough. I know I might wake up and sort of be semi-asleep in the morning and not get out of bed, but when I actually get out of bed. And they say that as we age, because we're losing muscle mass and we're losing bone density a lot as we age, our body tends to slow down. If we're on one of those schedules where we usually get up around 7 in the morning and go to bed around 11 at night throughout our life. Some people don't do that. Some people stay up all night long and sleep during the day. But I'm just talking about the people that are sleeping at night. So anyway, what I do is I keep that journal, and then maybe around 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, I will go to bed. But if I do that and I'm trying to get 6, 7, 8, 9 hours, I'm waking up at 4 and 5 in the morning, and I don't want to wake up at 4 and 5 in the morning. So even though I'm 76, I try to go to bed around 11 and I get up around 6 or 7. So that's, if I can sleep that long, or even with one break, pee break in the middle of the night, I'm happy. So how do I make sure I get a good night's sleep? Well, oh, and by the way, I know you know that sleep's important for many, many reasons, but a few of them are this. Your brain needs a chance to check itself out and do some modifications and some alterations to get it ready for the next day. The same with your bones and your muscles too. They need help to regenerate. And if you don't get that sleep, by the way, you're going to put yourself at risk for more diseases and more things that you really don't want to have happen to you. So that sleep's really important. You know that. But anyway, so what I do is I usually get into bed when I'm ready to go to sleep, and I shut the lights off, make sure that I've got the room cool and dark, and I'm comfortable, and the pillow's in the right spot and all the rest of it. And then what I do is I do a few little leg exercises, like I do some point and flex with my foot. I might be still on top of the blankets when I'm doing this, and then I pull my legs in and I do some deep breathing and stuff like that. I might do some tapping. I might do a body scan, lots of things in there, but I do a lot of visualization of pictures because I learned that my brain usually does two things when I'm awake. It is focusing on me seeing things, so it's taking pictures, and I'm also trying to problem solve. Like, what should I have for breakfast? I have to go down the steps. Where do I have to go today in my car? Or who's picking me up? What am I doing? And all the rest of that. So problem solving and visualization. So when I'm in bed at night, I don't want to problem solve. My brain has had enough of that when I'm awake. So I'm going to try to just visualize happy things. That will help me sleep. And it'll help with my stress. So I try that. I might just go over my day maybe and think about the good things that happen, but just thinking about things that make me happy might just do the trick. Okay? But I'm working toward about a 7-hour to 9-hour, just like anybody else. That's how many hours my body needs and your body to get all that stuff done inside your body while you're at rest. So to test you, simply do what I just said.